DeepSeek has released multimodal and image generation models as part of its Janus family of AI models that anyone can use for free. Compared to other LLMs with a similar number of parameters, both stack up very well. As far as evaluating performance for following instructions and benchmarks around that, it also performs very well compared to other models like Stable Diffusion and Dall-E 3. DeepSeek released their research paper explaining how they designed the models, how they experimented and trained the models, and a comparison of the results between Janus and Janus Pro. If you want to use these AI models, DeepSeek offers a couple of nice options on their GitHub repo. If you click on the Quick Start link, it brings you to this section and you can click on any of these models to expand the accordion and view the instructions. So you can clone this repo, but you can also use the AI models as a Gradio app hosted locally on your own machine or on the web with this link for Hugging Face. If you use the link for Hugging Face, you'll see a nice interface here in the top portion of the app. This is where you can use the multimodal capabilities. Here you can upload an image, use your webcam, or paste an image from the clipboard. And here at the top on the right, this is where you'll ask the model the questions that you have. There's some examples down here, and then if you scroll down further, you'll see the text-to-image generation portion of the app. But first, let's go through the multimodal capabilities and see how it can understand and analyze images. We're going to test the multimodal capabilities with this image and ask it to identify the items in bullet points and identify how many people there are in the image. So we'll go down and click on chat, await the response, await Hugging Face to acquire a GPU. So this will take a short moment and we'll take a look at the response below. So it responds saying a yellow table with slats, 2 plastic cups with lids, one containing a light brown liquid and another with light green liquid, green cushion on the yellow chair, 2 people wearing jeans and white sneakers. The person on the left is partially visible while the person on the right is fully visible. It looks like this response is partially right. The persons shown in the image are only partially shown. The one on the right isn't fully visible. Now let's go over to Google AI Studio and compare that result with Gemini 2.0 Flash Experimental. I don't believe Google has ever released the number of parameters that this Gemini model uses, but it is a smaller and faster model compared to the Gemini Pro models. So let's take a look at the response that Gemini 2.0 Flash Experimental provides. Yellow round metal table, 2 yellow metal chairs attached to the table. It looks like they probably inferred that given the other items in the image. A green round seat cushion on one of the chairs, 2 plastic cups with straws and lids, brown liquid in 1 cup, light green liquid in another, 2 pairs of legs wearing light washed jeans, 1 pair of white sneakers, 1 pair of gray and white sneakers, gray paving, ground stone. There are 2 people visible in the image based on the legs and feet. So this response goes into a bit more detail, specifically when it identifies the 2 pairs of sneakers. In the Hugging Face with Janus Gradio web app, Janus misses differentiating the 2 pairs of sneakers. It identifies both pairs of sneakers as white sneakers. And then it also misses the gray stone pavers for the ground. Let's scroll down and take a look at the text-to-image generation. So in this field, we'll provide a prompt, asking it to generate an image of an astronaut floating a few feet above a green rooftop park in New York City. While it generates the image for us, we can take a look at some of the examples for text generation at the very bottom. There are some examples of very simple prompts, and then there's one prompt with more details, providing more context that you can try out in this Gradio app. It cuts off the images, but you can click on either one to view a gallery of the images that it generates. I didn't provide an artistic style, so I gave it some artistic freedom in that regard. Now we can click through the images, and these look pretty good. One of the limits is the resolution is only 384 by 384. If we provide the same prompt to Dall-E in ChatGPT, this looks much better. Even though I didn't provide details in the prompt, this aligns more with what I was thinking in terms of a green urban rooftop park. We can even click the image to enlarge. Obviously, this is larger than 384 by 384. It has a nice background here. I mean, the buildings are kind of iffy, but the addition of the large moon in the background is pretty cool. There is a bit of noise with the flooring, but the details in the foreground with the plants, the furniture, and the flooring look pretty good. Another thing with Dall-E is you can change the aspect ratio. So we can prompt Dall-E to change the aspect ratio to 9 by 16. And I would say this looks better than the first image. That's probably because Dall-E didn't have to worry about a larger area for the background. Let's try another prompt for high-rise condo with a view of downtown Atlanta on a beautiful sunny day. Viewing the gallery, these look like generic images of any downtown area. I can't think of any location in downtown Atlanta with this many trees. I might be wrong, but this doesn't really look like Atlanta. You could make an argument that this building back here might be the Bank of America Plaza building, but otherwise, these are pretty generic, and these images are up close to the windows which are floor-to-ceiling windows. You can't really compare this to Flux, because this is Flux's specialty, but I'm going to do it anyways. This image looks pretty nice. This building right here more closely resembles the Bank of America Plaza building. There are some nice details in the foreground with the balcony and the windows for the condo. I generated this image using a fewer number of steps to remove noisy data. But if you're looking to generate images with free tools, I'd stick with ChatGPT and Dall-E 3 or Imagine 3 by Google and Flux as well. That being said, it's still good that DeepSeek is releasing open source models using a significantly less amount of resources to generate these AI models. If you found this useful, like the video and leave a comment. If you want more content on AI, workflow automation, and analytics, subscribe to the channel.